Hey, got great Monday morning. Hey, great. Lo bueno es de que nadie entra temprano. Great Tuesday morning. Great Tuesday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. Let me say, it's looking like it's going to be a great day. Uh, I didn't check with Frankie on Monday to check on the weekly weather report, but what I see, I kind of like. Good morning, Lynn Jessica. Good morning. Good. What I see, I kind of like already. It's doesn't seem like it's going to be a major hot day, but I am uh, hopeful. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Sonia Scamilla. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Joe Mama, and good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful uh, Tuesday morning. Tuesday mornings are usually a little bit on the busy side because I do usually have to skip on over to do a little bit of church work in Matamoros, and that's what I plan to do this morning. Do a little bit of a quick church work, and then come back. Be here early afternoon, and then see what happens.
Llegó con su licencia alguien.
Muchacho.
Sí.
Okay. Give me 1 second, folks, please. 1 second. While I see the. ¿Qué le pase? I actually got a client walked in. I'm going to take care of. Thank you. You're so always a very happy person. God bless you. Most of the time, I do my best.
Le tocó a las 8:48.
It's crazy, but I sort of lost my cursor and I couldn't get back on. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're. How are you feeling today? You look and sound better. I actually do sound a lot better, and I feel a lot better. It's kind of crazy. But one of the things that we have a nurse that comes to our church, and she heard me on Sunday. She goes, "Man, your throat's just a mess." So she said, "You know what? Go out there and bring me these shots from Matamoros." And it was like a shot para bajar la infección, no, para bajar lo hinchado de la garganta. And she gave me a B12 shot or something with a bunch of vitamins and stuff. And let me tell you, that crap works.
Good morning.
Hola, Maggie. But that's the reason why feel better, and I look amazing. I mean, that's every
Always
day.
when you think so.
I do, but I really I think what was happening now, I was looking really down, and Bedoyecta, see, is the Mexican Red Bull. Bedoyecta, that's exactly the one. Let me tell you, amazing, amazing, and it really kicked in, and I actually feel it, man. It's kind of a weird deal. I I wish I would have found out about it a long time ago. I'd be injecting that crap like crazy.
I just had a coffee. That's all I did.
You know what? And it's kind of trippy because this last appointment that I had with Avram, my dentist, who I got a little bit ticked off with this weekend, but we're- but he made up for it. He sent me a like, oh, is everything okay? But anyway, he said he goes, uh, stop drinking that much coffee, and I say like, huh?
You
I
don't
said,
you drink a lot of coffee?
yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know that.
not like a lot of coffee, but like I have a cup in the morning, and then I'll have a cup when I get back to the office, and then sometimes I'll just have a couple more cups. It just depends. You know what I think the problem was is that uh, my schedule was kind of on a trippy side because you know I'm this type of person that I'm set on my schedule. I'm set on my schedule. Set on my schedule. That's why it trips me out when someone's in my bathroom when they shouldn't be. As they're going like, I'm on my schedule, guys, and it really it like it aggravates me. But what I would do every morning, I'd wake up, I'd go get into the restroom, into the bathroom, take a shower, get all ready, get all nice, come out and have my cup of coffee. And you know, you don't think about it, but you're actually carrying that stuff throughout the
Mhm.
morning. And then I had another cup of coffee here at the office, so that compiled to what. So when he said that, I go like, well, yeah, maybe I just need to tweak my schedule. So now what I do, I wake up in the morning, you know, I get to the computer, I go check and see, you know, all the messages I've got overnight. Which let me tell you, I'm amazed as how late in the morning a lot of people are still up sending me messages. It's okay, keep on sending them. But uh, so now I get up and I drink my coffee, and then I go take my shower and brush my teeth and everything else. So in the mornings, I go and get breakfast with Papa, which I don't really eat that much, but I take taste a little bit, and then I uh, I come to the office and I do mouthwash, you know, just to rinse out all that crud out there. I need to start.
Why are we all listening attentively to Erasmo's early morning routine? God, sorry. I'm like, why
Good
am I
morning.
sitting here listening to your early morning routine? I could be washing dishes.
Well, you know, one of the things about me, Maggie, I don't know if you noticed that. I mean, I'm transparent about everything.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
kidding.
what,
Hey, Miss
eh,
Mary Lou.
to a
Hey, so
point where
what kind-
oh, your thing came out backwards on your post. You know that, right?
no, I didn't pay attention to that. You saw it already?
The
You
picture.
follow me that much?
I stalk you.
That's okay. I stalk you too.
I know it's mutual. Buenos días, buenos días, Sandra hermosa. Buenos días.
Angelica cannot understand why you keep saying Patricia Alejandro.
Because it's cute.
He's like, can
Good
he
morning.
not get the gender right?
Good morning. Good morning, Hilda
Okay.
hermosa. Replace coffee with tea. You know, I have teas, and I actually like the teas. It's just it's not the same. You know, for some reason, it's like we've become a little bit addicted to coffee. You know, and you were saying why folk. I think as the you know you get into this little routine of doing something for so long that you just do it as like a small addiction. And I think that's what happens with a lot of folks out there because I kind of I kind of trip out that there's a lot of folks out there that you know, and I'm very appreciative. Oh, Erasmo. And I think what happens is Erasmo has become a part of a lot of folks' daily routine, and here in the community. And you know,
Mhm.
I'm good with that. I told you I was mentioning yesterday. I went to HEB and I'm wearing my tuxedo and my chanclas. But you know, that's just me.
Mhm.
Because I was just about to do a show, so I go and you know, a lot get talk to a lot of people. A lot of people, you know, stop me to talk and oh, Erasmus, can we have a picture? And I still get that, which is cool. I appreciate that. I love it. I it really inflates my head.
Mhm.
So keep on doing it.
Mhm.
No, I really do enjoy it. I'm not even joking. I have a box of 5 videoyectas. How often do you inject those? Every other day or one is needed? Honestly, I don't know, but if you don't need them anymore, I'll take them. My nurse didn't tell me. I think she said one a week.
What is bedoyecta? Is it like a energy boost?
Yeah, it's a vitamin. It's a vitamin B shot.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you, Maggie, you got to try it. It's so cute.
Cuddles.
You got to try it. It's really amazing.
I'll try. Let me try losing weight first. Now that I can focus on me. Now that I can take care of me.
Uh,
Well, now that I have time to do it.
Actually, I'm doing it, and again, I'm going to start working on this regimen from Dr. Teresa Saavedra. She said there's another thing that that I've started to do. It's called Ozimeprec or something. I don't know, but you inject this little thing into your stomach area here on your torso uh, once a week, and
Isn't that a
supposedly
rabies shot?
something like that. But I probably need one of those too. But it supposedly it helps you out with in losing weight too. So maybe you might want to. Who's your primary doctor?
Marin. Rigoberto Marin. I like him. He's a really nice guy. He's very cool. He's very laid back. I really like him. Like I like talking to him.
Oh, cool. But Dr. Saavedra, if ever you need a change, Dr. Saavedra is amazing. Uh,
Okay.
I got a text message, and maybe you might have an answer to this one, Maggie. Good morning. Good morning. Why is BISD hosting another job fair when many staff members, now that you could actually talk about this stuff, when
Mm.
many staff members have been placed on the pool due to low enrollment?
I can't figure it out because
Hold on, let me finish your question and then
oh,
answer.
sorry.
Can I?
Yeah,
Is it
go
okay?
ahead.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Go.
Should I repeat the first part, or
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
okay?
Please
Okay.
start over.
You're doing the Sam now.
Mhm.
It's funny, but Sam is so trippy because I'm like, oh no, and I'm like, bitch, let me finish my train of and I don't think that Sam has realized, Maggie, that we're a little bit older, and if you don't let us complete our thought, it's gone.
I was talking to somebody and they're like, it bothers me how much Sam interrupts you guys. I'm like, Sam interrupts?
He does. You know, it doesn't bother me that much because I think it's funny because it's just Sam because he's so scatterbrained. He's
I
like,
didn't notice it at all. I guess it's because I'm scatterbrained too, and that's just how my
I thought it
thinking
was
goes.
because he was not. He doesn't talk very much though.
he does. He's got it to where
When?
Yeah,
he's
he's gotten much better.
he's got it where he
Well, maybe because
does.
he had the job now, and
No,
maybe.
no, no. I think he's gotten really comfortable because when he first came
Mm.
out on the show, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna make it.
Yeah, but I know he's doing really well.
Yeah.
But see, de repente, mocos, they go like, and then now I go like, let me finish my train of thought before I lose it.
No, no, I still think it has something to do with the fact that he has a job now. He's more sure of himself. He's making
Yeah,
money.
I think what's happened is that he has a little bit more time to himself, and not surrounded by all those 10,000 kids he has at
Well,
home.
yeah, that'll do it to you. Yeah, children make you dumb.
All right, here it goes. Are you ready, Megan?
I'm ready.
All right.
But
Why
as
is
a
BIS?
leader,
Otra vez. Why
Mm.
why is BISD hosting another job fair when many staff members have been placed on the pool due to low enrollment? Why not place the surplus staff members first and ensure job replacement before hiring more employees? This not give does not give a good perception to those who continuously hear of low enrollment and consolidation of campuses. It's not the time to focus on it's not the time to focus on personnel, but rather recruiting students to the district.
okay. When has BISD done anything that makes
Makes
sense
sense?
to any of us in the past few years? And that's why I wanted to come on the show today because I did want to come on the show last night and I told Angelica I need to get up early and I did. When dropped off my kid at volunteer, went and voted and came back to get on the show.
Oh, you ended up voting? Who'd you end up voting for?
Wait, has I don't mind telling you, but
You don't have to if you don't want to.
but
I know.
has Roman shared with us before who he voted for?
I
Oh, we
haven't
know,
voted yet. I
we
told
know,
everybody.
we know he's
And I
gonna.
haven't voted yet. I'm voting in the
I
afternoon when
sure
Mavi gets
as hell
home.
I sure as hell didn't vote for Mayra Flores. Let me tell
I'm not
you.
gonna. If I can't convince you, that's not a big deal. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not the one on the ballot.
I was explaining it to Angelica why I was not going to vote for Mayra.
So
I
did you vote for
actually
Janie then to make your Republican
no,
daughter
I
happy?
liked her at the beginning and then she kind of lost me.
Did you
I
see the
watched
show?
Huh?
You saw the show, right?
I haven't finished watching it because I could only do about 20 minutes. I'm thinking, is that how I sound?
No.
No,
Okay,
not that bad.
okay, because she's an intelligent woman, but just the connection, and I don't mean to badmouth her. Like I liked her. I want to be her friend. I want
Oh
to
yeah,
see.
she's very nice.
I
I
like
And
want
then
to
it.
she'll,
see
but then she'll badmouth you and tell everybody that Roman Bennett told me not to run, and which is not even true, not even close to true.
I like
Well,
it.
Um,
I voted for
so
Dan.
I can't like her anymore because you don't go around telling people untrue stuff on and
Right.
personal. No, that's just BS.
But,
You
but that's the
can't
kind
tell
of
me.
that's the kind
Huh?
of stuff you can let go, Roman.
No,
Oh,
I
come
mean,
on.
like you, she completely made it up and made like she claimed that I told her not to run, which wasn't even true. I actually called her the day after and oh, hi sir, how you doing, sir? And she said, oh, hey, how you doing? I heard that you filed, you're gonna run. And she's like, oh yes, I'm running for Congress again. I was like, wow, I can't believe you're gonna do that. That's awesome. That's
There, right
crazy.
there. I think there she interpreted.
Oh no! I'm not done with the story. It was only like a 4-minute conversation. I'm telling you what the conversation was. Then she says, "Oh, yes, I'm running. I'm going to run." I was like, "Wow, that's just surprising me. Considering you ran in 4th place in a 4-person primary. That's crazy. Wow!" And they're completely friendly, completely like, "Well, sir, I don't like your tone." And I was like, "What do you mean? What am I my tone?" And then she's like, just call me a rhino already. Just call me a rhino. And I'm like, why would I call you a rhino? That's just mean. She's like, I'm talking to the only conservative person in the whole wide world. And then she hangs up on me. I never told her not to run. I never told her not to file. I was just surprised. I thought we were going to have a conversation, like me being just surprised. But that's what the conversation was. And she goes, Roman Bennett told everybody I didn't want to not to file. And I'm like, you had already filed, lady. You filed the day before.
I'm not going to repeat the question, Maggie.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
I'm not going to remember what the question was. I can see her point of view because I've had people say one thing to me and then I totally flip it around. And then when I answer back, they're like, what the hell just happened in your brain? Because it's not at all what I said. I'm like, this is what you said. And they're like, no. And then when they repeat their word for word, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Hey,
that's what
Dr.
you said.
Juana. Talking about Dr. Juana.
Oh yeah. Hey, are you gonna apologize to me for like making
Oh, my Lord.
untrue? I mean,
Dr.
seriously.
Dr.
Dr.
Janie,
Janie,
Roman
get off
is
the
Dr.
phone.
Janie, whatever. No, it's true. Whatever. You wouldn't like it either if somebody made a BS crap like that and go tell everybody on. I mean, I got a call from 2 reporters asking me, "Did you tell her this?" 2 reporters. 2 reporters because of that crap that she made up.
Dr. Janie, Roman's nuts. But,
No, she's not. No.
Janie,
She's the nut person. She's the one who wants to do vasectomies on children that are 5 years old.
That is not
That's
what
the.
she said.
Oh, I don't know. Then what did she say? I didn't see it. I got a call from a Republican. Like, does she really want to do a vasectomy on a 5-year-old? Like, that's crazy.
That is
Dr.
not
Janie,
what
we
she
want
said.
you on tonight at 7 p.m., Dr. Janie.
Why?
So,
She's gonna lose and get like maybe what 2% of the vote, maybe if that.
Dr.
Don't be
Janie,
rude.
tonight at 7 p.m. I hope you can make it. And trust me, I've said this probably. I like you, and I want you on here regularly.
Why?
Because she's got stuff to say.
So what did she say? What did she say about the vasectomy? What did she say? Then you saw it. What did she say?
Imagine this is
It's a comparison. Worst case scenario.
Yes. What
Why is it working? Who thinks about a 5-year-old having a vasectomy? Who thinks that way?
About a 5-year-old deciding that they want to be a transgender kid. You're the one who makes that up.
I know.
Nobody ever does that with kids. No, when
That's not true. There are people who are 2-years old. I think even the Biden Foundation.
We've got to have Dr. Janie and
Oh
Roman.
no. There's 18. Stop. 18-month-year-old like knows what they are. 18 months before talking. That's what the Biden Foundation is saying. BS.
No. When a child starts bringing up those ideas, if a child if they listen to them, that child goes through counseling for years before they start making any kind of decisions.
No, the Biden Foundation believes that people who are nonverbal at 18 months can decide what the sexual orientation they are or gender.
Like parents are like, "What? You want to be a different?"
Yes, because that actually happens. I have video on TikTok that actually parents are like, "You knew they were 2 years and they're going to transition now." I have video of it.
Switched over.
I'm gonna have to send you those links. I'm gonna have to send you those links.
All right, Maggie, let's go back to the question, Maggie.
Oh yeah, about BSD.
Okay, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the show today, because there's a meeting today, and number 10 on the list is a discussion of the superintendent's contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they're not going to listen to me, but I still want people to show up. Well, not that people well board won't listen to me, but I want them. I would like for people to show up to show. Let's not extend his contract. Somebody said it the other day. Was it you, Erasmo? We have fired and paid off better superintendents than the one that we're paying for in right now. We have gotten rid of and paid off
But I'm
many
glad.
more.
But you know, one of the things that really, well, again, it doesn't trip me out. But okay, and I don't want to say this in a bad way because I don't want to diss anybody out there. But
What? You?
No, really.
no, because I like these people. I know I like AOB. I can't stand the other two teacher associations. They're pieces of crap. I don't care what anybody says. When they've got individuals like that Hammonds guy out there, the guy's a piece of crap. I don't care. But what I sometimes it'd be kind of cool, you know, to have a lot of other individuals interject on this because when y'all are when AOB, and I'm saying y'all because y'all on the board, when AOB is out there saying like, "Hey guys, we need a 8% raise or 10% raise," I'm just using
Mhm.
a number. Right? I'm going like, "That's great," but and that's
I know.
I mentioned on your point, but
Mhm.
let's also fight to amend the contract to whereas
Mhm.
you get a 10% raise, the superintendent gets a 10% raise. And let me
Mhm.
tell you, that is the cut. And again, I know a lot of people says that Erasmo, but you were out there when the contract was made. Again, the contract was given to him by Sylvia Atkinson, by Prissy Roca Tipton, by Drew Brown, and by Minerva Pena. And right now, you have two of these people,
Mm.
three of these people on the board. And two of these people are going to be asking, well, maybe those three people are going to be asking you in November, possibly, for their
So
vote, guys.
there's not gonna be four.
No,
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 because
no,
Sylvia
no.
Atkinson already left.
There's
Of
only
the four that
There's only three, but maybe there might be four because
that's what I'm saying.
okay,
One of those people did not vote
okay.
for the contract. You got the opportunity to these three people, as they're going to be asking for your vote, possible, and I'm possibly Minerva again. I'm not confirming or denying that right now, and not affirming that, but possibly these three people, guys, you got to ask them right now. Hey, are you willing to amend the contract that you all gave to the superintendent to remove that because a 10% raise for him, which you all mentioned 8%, an 8% rent for him is $32,000 off
yeah,
the bat a
I
month,
know. That's
a
the other
year.
point I wanted to make is it, and if they extend this contract, you've got to amend that contract. You know what? Did he do it on purpose so that that would hold back the teachers getting raises because then they don't
Exactly.
want to give him a
Well,
raise?
Oh,
part
you really? You know, I don't think you
that
do.
is
Well,
well.
he's all
First
about
of
Yeah.
all,
budget.
that's first of all that's part of it. Second of all, Maggie, it's self interest. You know,
Yeah.
hey, you know, I'm going to fight for y'all. I'm fighting for you all.
Yes.
You know,
I'm
but in
fighting
the
for
little
myself too.
contract, in that little line out there, you know that most people, honestly, Maggie, nobody's going to go out there and look at the superintendent's contract. No one out there is going to go look at this contract, and
Is it
that's why
open? Is it open?
it's open. It's on the website, but nobody's going to go look for it because they think like, well, no need to. That is why you have these individuals on there that are supposed to do the right thing. Again, Sylvia, Minerva, Prissy, and Drew, they did the right thing for themselves because as long
Mm.
as they can keep the superintendent happy, they can
Mhm.
get away with all the crap that they're out there doing. And again, that's the kind of stuff that needs to stop. So there needs to be a part of that request for a raise or an increase that's the little input that I added on to y'all's stance. But I wish that we would have talked about it before, and not because you have to consult, but hey, you know, let's just talk about it because
Yeah.
this way you're getting information from someone that was actually there in there and has a little bit more knowledge about these things. But again, that was and I'm not upset about it, you know, at all or sentido. But go back into the question, Maggie, if you would, for the third time.
I did answer it. When do have they ever made sense? When you know what the school district does. What the school district does is they put all these people in the pool, and then the first day of school they say you're going to lose 4 teachers. And
Mm.
then 3 weeks later, they said, never mind, you're only going to lose 1 teacher. And then 2 weeks later, they say, never mind, we need to hire 2 more teachers for your campus. And they constantly switch. And the first 6 weeks is a big, hot mess on campus with teachers getting moved around and nobody knowing what their placement is. And that is insane because you can't start the ground. What's the saying? You can't start running. You can, what's the word? What's the saying?
You can't stop running until you start
You
walking
can't
first or something.
start. No, you can't jump in running. Someone give me the correct saying.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
you can't get
I'm half
started
awake.
running. I had my coffee, so
I wish
I'm
I.
gonna look that up.
That's
So
why I had
anyway,
Sprite, but I forgot no caffeine.
absolutely, it does not make sense when to start hiring people right now when you don't know what the situation is come day one.
Well,
Can't.
because you're going to find yourself in a position to whereas, let's say you do go hire 30 teachers out there. What if you don't have the enrollment? What if you don't have the
Yeah,
enrollment? What are you going
yeah.
to do with all these folk? And
Well,
then,
at our campus, we had like 728 kids this school year. They came and they told our principal that next year's prediction for numbers was 505 kids. And she was like, no way are we going to go down that low. And then 2 weeks later, they told her, no, never mind. It's 650 kids. That's the projections. So you're like doing this district wide, no clue. And I know they base it on all sorts of numbers, the number of births in the past many years, the number of schools opening up, the number of kids we've lost, all of that. I get it. And I know it's probably a little bit hard to get an idea. But when they give you one number and then give you another number, and then here's the other thing, the amount of money that is getting wasted in crazy purchasing last minute is insane. We got 50 Chromebooks at Canales the last 2 weeks of school, and we don't have Chromebooks at Canales. All we've done is Dell laptops. Okay, so you're gonna give us 50 Chromebooks. What do you want us to do with them? It's not like we're gonna have 20 kids on Chromebooks or 50 kids on Chromebooks and 50 kids on laptops.
Yeah, you can't do
So
that. That's crazy.
yeah,
They don't talk as
the
well.
troubleshooting of it is different. Somebody told me at a meeting, I think it was the AOBE meeting, last minute they called the teacher and said the science department needs to spend $60,000 in one day. And I have worked with the 24 years, 31 years, 28 years that I worked with the school district. I have had days where they call you up and they say, library, you have $7,000 to spend. We need to spend it in 3 hours. And you're sitting there going,
For
what the
real? How do you
yeah,
spend $7,000?
I
Oh,
kid
I
you
guess I'm gonna go
not.
on Amazon and buy some
No,
stuff.
no, no. The thing is, part of being a librarian is you're supposed to have a wish list ready to go.
Right?
So I've gotten to the point where if you're an experienced librarian, you've already got something ready to go where you can say I can add to it or take off or whatever. But when I first started being a librarian, I had one time when they called me up and they said by the end of the day, which was like 3 hours left, you need to spend $7,000, and you're sitting there going, cancel classes, don't send anybody in. I got to sit down and put this order in right now. So and
Wow.
it happens all the time. So
Is that part of the orientation that when you get hired at BISC that this is gonna happen? So you might want to be prepared.
it's
They
part
really
of
should.
it's part of your master's degree. It's
But not part of
actually
the orientation. Like when you're
no.
gonna welcome to BISD, just letting you know that at that one point in time, we might tell you to spend $7,000 in 3 hours. Be prepared.
Yeah.
it's
And
crazy.
there's multiple stories like that where we're getting crap. The amount of money wasted on crap,
Crap.
last minute crap.
Not
The
crack.
amount of money wasted on
You said,
programs, on curricular programs that nobody's
Well,
using.
that's what happened, Maggie. I don't know if you remembered with a lot of the money that was being kept by la hermana de Silvia. What the hell is her name?
Mary Tolman.
Mary Tolman. I mean, all of a
mm,
sudden is like, well, we have to buy 7,000 TVs or 1,000 TVs or something, and those TVs stayed in a warehouse for like
Mhm.
a year and a half, 2 years, and at the end of the day, by then, we switched over to different types of TVs, and it's like
Yeah.
TVs are like computers, guys. You can't keep those things forever. Every
Mhm.
2-3 years, you're going to have to get a new one, unless you're like me and you reuse them for what
Yeah.
I'm using my old TVs for right now.
Yeah.
But
right.
it's always the same story there. And part of the problem, Maggie, with BIZ, there's no planning.
There
Is
you go.
that there's no let's look into the future.
Mhm.
There's no vision in regards to where it's going on, because the issue is they continuously just focus on what's going to put money in their pocket today,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
necessarily what is in the best interest of the kids and the students and the parents and everyone out there.
The
Yeah.
saying is hit the ground running. That's what the saying is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the legal grant. $250,000 spent on the K-12 Summit ebooks that As a group, the librarian said, we don't want this. This is not quality literature. You're wasting money. It was a 3-year subscription, $250,000. Not, I would say maybe 3 campuses in the school district used it a little bit. $250,000 that we could have bought ebooks that were quality, that the kids want to read, that we would have already have had in place when COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But they
you
go
know what
ahead.
really, what trips me out is that, and then these people like Barrera, they get all offended. You call them out on their crap, and
Oh
they,
yeah.
they get all offended, like, wow, how dare you? Let me
Yes.
get an attorney from Dallas to send you a cease and desist order. Screw you, and screw your attorneys in Dallas, and screw your cease and desist order. And again,
Because
again, because now everyone gets pissed off. Again, we're proven right. The guy's going to get
Mhm.
terminated. It's not which I'm sure that he's going to send in his resignation, before the meeting, to where it'll become a non-vote issue. But the guy's out there fighting for or is going to be terminated today. Should have been terminated a long time ago. But that is just indicative of the other 2,000 people that should be terminated from the Glass Palace. Simple as that. Again, we are so top heavy out there that these people will never throw these people into the pool or throw them back into the classroom where they should be going anyway, because nobody wants to do their job, Maggie. No one. That is why Dr. Gutierrez has 2 deputy superintendents, because he doesn't want to do their job. That's why the deputy superintendents have all these other AAs out there, because they don't want to do their job either. And then they get all offended and tipped out when you start asking them questions in regards to what their job's supposed to be. And that's why you have a deputy superintendent going out there in a public meeting and saying, hey, well, if you're concerned about the COVID, open the damn windows. Where?
And the other one telling people, if you have too much work to do, suck it up. Stay late and get it finished. Okay, so we have the superintendent who needs his 2 assistants to get his job done, but apparently he thinks the principals do not need their dean and assistant principal to get their job done. So that's one thing. We have a superintendent who's the 3rd highest paid in the school in the state. But we have teachers, Brownsville ISD teachers, who are not the 3rd highest paid in the state or anywhere near the top. So there's this contradiction of what he says.
It's a disconnect. Unfortunately,
thank you. It's do as I say and not as I do.
It's a disconnect. And this is why. And look, one of the things that I hear, and again, I appreciate Dr. Rene Gutierrez still takes my calls. I appreciate that he still takes my messages, but again, I'm not calling them every day to say how you doing, buddy. I'm calling them when there's an emergency situation at BISD. I'm calling when there's a matter that I feel needs the attention of the superintendent, and I appreciate him for that. But let me say, guys, the rhetoric that is thrown out there is, we've got the orange ticket holder and we've got the blue ticket holder, and guys, they feel comfortable in this mentality porque nos quieren ver la cara de idiotas. They feel comfortable in this mentality because it's the same mentality throughout the city of Brownsville. The city of Brownsville has been very adamant about in regards to them, over here, and everybody else over here. And look, and the mayor, again, the mayor's got to be the stupidest social media mayor in the history of the city of Brownsville. And maybe because social media and internet wasn't prevalent back there in the Pat Ahumada days, or else, we probably would have had a lot to say about Pat. And I like Pat. I'm not talking, I like Pat. But let me say this. He goes out there yesterday and throws out a big old post about, well, I'm going to share what the police said in regards to the misinformation that was given in regards to the girl, being deceased. And the PD trying to appease all that bullcrap and say, that we debunked the social media post. Let me tell you again, I went out there and I told the mayor, why don't you address the real issue? Where were the police? Where was law enforcement? And there wasn't any. There wasn't any in the area because there's only 2 or 3 or 4 officers, I would say at the most, patrolling in the evening during the weekend.
Yeah.
That's not enough for the city of Brownsville. You know this, man. There's not enough for the city of Brownsville. It isn't in any way, shape, or form. So why don't we go at the root of the matter in regards to getting more police officers out there, but nobody wants to do the job because the same way that a lot of people are deciding to leave BISD, a lot of people are deciding to leave Brownsville Police Department because it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay, and they get no respect. They get nothing. And again, folks, and again, and I've saw the post. Oh, that's why you just hate law enforcement. I don't hate law enforcement. I work well with law. I've always worked well with law enforcement. It's the pencil pushers that screw everything up for everybody.
Okay, I think you need to restate how you said it, that nobody wants to do their job. Because yesterday I went back to Ganadas to organize. I've already stopped working since last Tuesday. I went back to finish up a mess I had left on tables, and I wanted to get it set up for election day today. And there was a teacher there at 4:30, 3:30. And I'm like, hey, when'd you get here? She goes, I got here late today. I got here at 11. She's on vacation. And she was feeling bad because she got there late yesterday. And she's been there every day. So restate who you mean by nobody wants to work. Because I see a lot of teachers.
No, I'm not talking about teachers. I'm talking about people in the upper higher levels.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. They don't want to do their job. I'm talking about the Glass Palace and them being overstaffed. They don't want to do their jobs. So they want to push. This is one of the reasons why, Maggie, a lot of the crap that is being poured down on principals and teachers is because the people on top aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then you get all this misinformation out there.
And custodians and maintenance workers.
Everything goes down. And that's why your job duties get increased because the people at the top, and again, I'm not saying that we're top heavy down here. We know we're not. We're top heavy up there. I've always said the same thing. I've been very consistent, but they don't want to do their job. So they pass it on. They pass on the buck, pass on the buck, pass on the buck. And ultimately, the ones that have to face the parents and the students isn't the superintendent.
No.
Is it the AAs? Is it the deputies? It's the teachers. And they're the ones that get all the crap. So then they get that piled on top of them. That's what
when COVID hit and we went back and we were getting the devices, the superintendent made an announcement that there was going to be tablets. Yeah, the iPads ordered for all the kids in lower grades. Those suckers didn't come in until second 6 weeks. And I knew they were not going to come until second 6 weeks because they made the announcement that they were going to order them like August 4th. And then they didn't. I knew then they still now have to put the order in. It has to get processed. The company has to get it. They have to send it to us. And then by the time we get it and process that over at warehouse, it's going to be forever. And parents were calling up pissed and screaming at me. And I was like, I'm just here waiting for them to arrive. Feel free to call 548-8000. And I'm impressed that the superintendent takes your phone calls because I was asking my husband to call every day as a parent, a concerned citizen during that time. And not once was he able to get through. And not once did the superintendent call him back. And he was calling on it. Then it became like a joke. Like, okay, call today again. Let's see how long before you get a call back. Not once. I've emailed the superintendent with concerns as an employee. Never got a response. So I'm surprised you're getting a response.
Well, I'm Erasmo Castro.
And this is how Maggie got fired. Oh, wait.
You're out. Just voted. Daniel, we'll come back to that. Just let me get down to these other, because there's a BISD comments. Let's get rid of those. And I'll come back to your question, Daniel.
Okay.
My opinion is you need an enema Castro. I agree with you 100%. But I might start to enjoy him a little bit too much.
Why you need an enema? I don't know.
Maybe Hector means it a different way, but I think it was
Emily.
To clean up the
love you.
Hey, Miss Emily.
Good morning. Good morning, Hillary. Good morning, Hermosa Hillary. Arrival, Juana.
Arriba.
Arrival.
I think, isn't it with a B? With a V?
Arriba. No, that's right. Arriba. I'm not sure. The upper administration gets way too much. Did the board meet its goals from the website? No. What is the goal for K3, K2 grade? I don't know. Can't hit the ground running.
Thank you. That's what it was.
No true answers given for what or where parents are to report or should there be an active shooter. Only stay away from the campus. Need a plan and community.
Yes.
And look, and everyone out there, and again, I'm glad that they're meeting. And again, I applauded them meeting with law enforcement. Great. Let's have more of those. But what Nelda's saying is correct. What did we get from it? See, that's what ultimately this is what we want, guys. We don't want a damn picture moment. Tell us what we got from it.
I don't think they're going to come up with a plan at that particular point in time when they're doing a town hall, though.
But this is a very good point. No, but they had said that they've been talking about it and they haven't given us all the information because they don't want to divulge a lot of information. But this is a good point. They need to tell parents if there's a shooter, active shooter, go meet the buses at Amigoland Mall, or go meet the buses at the event center, or go meet the buses at the sports
Mm,
park. We
that's
need
fair.
to know where you want us to go rather than us all, not make it up on the fly and
Mm.
everybody going to the same spot, because you can sure as hell bet if there's a shooting at a school where my child is going, I'm heading toward that school. And that's one of the
I
things
think
that
that's gonna be most every parent. Doesn't matter if you tell everybody we go over to the event center. Like, no, I'm gonna go to the school because that's where my kid is.
yeah, but if there's some sort of organization, if you start meeting and if everybody starts headed that way and cops start saying turn around, go back the other way, go back to the event center, go back to Amigoland Mall, then there's some sort of okay, we know what we're doing thing.
But this is my issue. Okay, guys, this is my issue with the board. We have a safety committee, and that safety committee, was assigned to a board member and to a couple of board members, at least three board members out there, back when this board was elected, which was a year and a half ago, guys. Going on to
Mhm.
2 years now. So in those 2 years, we prepared for nothing. You know, so when did the safety committee meet before this one? And shouldn't there have been something already? It's not. And again, guys, Uvalde is hits very close to home. It's
It's
not.
not nothing new though.
It's not the only school shooting that we've had that we've seen in our country in our lifetime, guys.
Did you
Mhm.
see there was another one yesterday? Yesterday
That
or 2 days ago?
that was at a camp. Yeah, a camp in Dallas, Texas
It
area.
was on a campus. It was
Yeah.
150 kids that they had in the campus.
Yes, and again, the shooter got killed immediately because of individuals. The people that were working there acted immediately, and
Mhm.
again, it could have
Were
been a
they
mistake.
carrying the people,
Yeah,
or was it a security guard or a police officer that killed the
They're
guy?
saying the cops showed up within 2 minutes and
and
they
boom,
shot him down.
Oh, they
even
didn't wait like the cops in Uvalde. Like, oh no, he got
no,
away.
no,
No,
Oh,
and that's
yeah,
one of the things they said in the news is we did our job. That
a
well,
was
hundred
yeah,
one
that
percent.
is your job. That's why you
comment.
get paid the big bucks,
And that's
or
why we
whatever.
need law enforcement to do their job. Now, the chief of police, BISD chief of police, has been out of commission for a while. I don't know if he's ill, sick,
Oscar?
or yeah, he's been out of
I was
commission.
wondering why the other police officer was talking.
Again, there nobody. He's not out there talking. Again, I don't know if he's out on leave. I don't know what the matter is. But again,
The chief.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
out.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
I don't know if he's on an administrative investigation or he's sick. I'm not assuming anything. Again, before I get blasted on that, we just don't know. But because there's no transparency. Because if he is sick, that's fine. Just let us know that that there's somebody else at the helm. That's what someone should have said when the assistant was out there speaking for him. The assistant should have gone out there and said, you know what, in the absence of our chief of police, because
Mhm.
taking a leave, he's on medical leave, something. Why can't we be that transparent? It's nothing OSHA related. It's not. It's just saying what why I'm up here and somebody and the person that should be out there is not.
Mhm.
But again, because then it makes you think, well, maybe they're trying to hide something. Again, I'm not going to go there right now, but they should have been prepared for something at the start of this because it should have been, and this is what really pisses me off, Maggie, because all those letters that you've seen say the safety of our students is our number one priority. Okay,
Mhm.
Mhm.
what? Tell me what y'all ultimately decided 2 years ago when you
Yeah.
went with the safety committee that was in play because it one of your top priorities, or do you just act on it after we have a shooting? And again, I'm going to continue to applaud that they met. Going to continue to applaud that they met. It's not enough.
See, so I was looking it up. Police and Security Services is supposedly straight down from Dr. Gutierrez, kind of a little bit with Nelly Cantu. That's who's in charge of safety.
Because it's their number one priority.
No, but he's saying that there's a committee made up of 3 board members. Have they met?
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
he's saying. Have
I
they
don't know.
met? When's the last time they met? What has been their plan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just
I think
saying.
that's what Erasmo was asking, and I think that's a fair question.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, other than
Yeah, and then there's new money potentially coming in, and they're like, oh well, there's more money going to come in. Maybe we're going to get new money so that we can't. Maybe our plan has to change or something.
did you
But that's great. But at the very least, what is your plan right now?
But
millions.
let me say, during this whole pandemic thing, Maggie and Roman, during this whole pandemic thing, one of the main committees that should have been out there meeting should have been the safety committee.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
mean, they should have been meeting. So if they did meet, did they only talk about COVID, or did they talk about COVID at all? Or was it just like, let's make it up on the fly, which is ultimately what they did when we were demanding for them to show us their plan book, and
Mm.
then we found out that they copy pasted it from Houston, and then they went back and denied it, Maggie. I mean, you know this, they went back and denied it, and we know it was copy pasted from Houston. But again, what are you doing now
Mm-hmm.
uh, for future stuff? Not now for what happened, for future, because they could say, like, they could come out with the Mayor Mendez excuse. Well, it's unexpected. It's
Mm-hmm.
unexpected. And again, folks, call us whatever you want. But guys, there's a hurricane already, down there. Is the
Well,
mayor
it
going to come out and say it's unexpected? You know,
Columbine was unexpected. After Columbine, maybe the second or third was unexpected. After that, unfortunately, it's not. You know what?
nothing.
When we were home with COVID and everybody was stuck at home and nobody was going anywhere, I told my husband, and the sad thing is, when are we gonna go back to normal? When there's school shootings. That's when I'm gonna feel like, okay, now it's back to normal. Because everybody was staying at home, and not until there's a school shooting do I know, okay, everybody feels comfortable enough to go out and about. And that's unfortunate that that's one of our normal things that go on in our country.
It's yes, it's unfortunate. They're playing checkers. Get with the program. Chess is the
Yeah.
answer. 100%. I agree
Mm.
with
Show us
Ray.
that you're.
Ray being Trump, 4D chess.
I just want to see that you're
I love you, Ray.
earning 30,000 a month.
Huh?
I said I just want to see that you're earning your 30,000 a month.
30,000 a month. Tell me you're
That's
patriotic
what
without
people
telling
get.
me you're patriotic.
Well, it's election day. That's why I'm wearing
I,
red, and
I
that's why you're wearing
voted.
red and everything.
It's
Mhm.
Flag Day.
I voted.
Today is Flag Day.
That's great, but it's also
Oh, that's
election
true. It is.
day.
Also,
It's Flag Day and Election Day. So yeah, Flag
Yeah,
Day. But I did
that's
it because
great.
of Flag Day, Frankie. And
Really? You didn't do it for because of election day?
did it for
Mhm.
Flag Day.
Okay.
Frankie, thank you again, man. I mean, Frankie's always amazing. Awesome job last night. Thank you
yes.
for
Thank
filling
you,
in,
Frankie, for filling in. I appreciate it. You need to come back.
for
Yeah,
all these people that didn't show up.
I was surprisingly at an event yesterday for Myra. I was actually helping a friend of mine. We were block walking, Diana Lee,
Does
and
it
we were
work?
like,
Does
"Huh?
block walking really work?
Yes." But I
What
was
happened?
with
Okay.
her. I was driving her. I was driving and she's my friend, and so I said, "Yeah, help her out." But we were block walking for Governor Abbott. We weren't block walking for Myra. And so like, "Well, you want to go to Myra's event?" Like, "Yeah, let's go to Myra's event." So we went. Plus, I wanted to go see my friend Cassie, who's going to be there, and I love Cassie. And so we showed up, and then we were going to go eat afterwards, and that took like a really long time to go eat. It was annoying.
The Germaphobes
Okay.
out there socializing with everyone.
Here's
I'm trying to do a little bit,
I'm
to
proud of you,
do it.
Roman.
I'm trying to do a little bit.
You do,
And I
Roman.
hadn't, this was the second event that I've gone to since my grandma passed away. And so I went on Friday, I went over to Kingsville, and Erasmo was missed. I went to go see my friend Brandon, and Erasmo's friend
I
Brandon.
love Brandon.
I got to see Elizabeth Ramos, and the school board trustee up there. Remember Liz? Were you friends with Liz, Maggie?
I
And I got
never
to see
met her.
Haley. You never met her?
I
She
haven't
was
had
all
the
there.
pleasure. But I know who she is because Erasmo talks about her all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So, because I've been thinking about doing block walking for Beto, but I was thinking, how do
Sorry.
stop it? Be
Sorry.
quiet. The beauty of America is you block walk.
I know, but
I block walk for mine.
well, I can't say block walking or Beto doesn't help Erasmo.
But
That's
if
all I can.
I'm afraid that when you block walk, people treat you like the religious people knocking at your door.
Like
Like,
Jehovah's Witnesses.
we're not here. Don't move. Or set the dogs on them.
It's funny.
Most people in this world, because I block walk for myself when I've ran. Most people in Southmost, they'll talk to you.
Okay.
I mean, usually, you're gonna get one or two people that are gonna be mean or whatever. But
Yeah.
generally speaking, we're Brownsville. Everyone loves each other, even though we act like we don't sometimes. But yeah, we're good people.
Erasmo, if you're not going to look up, then switch it around so that Roman's not blocked.
I wish that Erasmo would block walk for himself, but he doesn't believe in that.
No, I'm actually do some block walk. Let me tell you, I might actually do some block walking on my scooter in Cameron Park, and that's probably the dangerous part of
Yeah, and
my
that's
district.
something that Diana Lee wants to do in her scooter, and Diana Lee actually wants to talk to you about buying a scooter. Not joking.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
the
Yeah,
reason why I'm asking is
Diana
because
Lee watches your show and likes your show, Erasmo.
Cool.
Diana Lee.
I
She's
love Diana
she's
Lee.
governor. You know Diana Lee?
I don't know, but I like her.
Diana Lee is the regional director for Governor Abbott's team.
I love her.
Yeah.
All right,
the
let's,
reason
let's
why
go.
I'm asking, wait,
Huh?
hang on, let me ask. The reason why I'm asking is because at the AOB meeting they brought up block walking, and somebody else was running for something else. Maybe it was Beto, and they brought up block walking, and I wondered, is it really? And then now you saying it makes me wonder, is it really an effective?
People wouldn't do it if it wasn't effective. It's just like I know I was talking to Carlos Cascos yesterday, and apparently there's some people who are very concerned about um, this mailer that came out from the Republican Party of Texas of like your neighbors have voted, but you haven't voted, and people get all huffy puffy about that. And they're like, why do people send this stuff? I already voted, or people, I don't understand why people send this stuff. It makes, I don't want my personal information out there and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they wouldn't do it if it didn't work. And it
Okay.
does work.
And
So
I
yeah,
like
walking works.
who
Yes.
was it that returned to sender? Who sent back the flyers? That's funny.
Oh, I think I can't remember who said it yesterday. Let's go down to these questions because we're running
Okay.
out of time, and we got a lot of comments.
Yeah, we're like 18 minutes behind.
You are surrounded by nothing but money-hungry individuals who run this whole area, even the island, not letting food trucks conduct business on the island, and they are covered themselves in implementing that you could sue the business or island for this. And I think a lot of one of the reasons, well, and they do have some food trucks. I will say that on the island. I think one of the reasons why a lot of local businesses out there is very hesitant is because they're thinking that they're going to lose a lot of money to islanders that would rather go and pay a little bit cheaper, and pick up a little meal in regards to food trucks. But they do have food trucks at the island. I've seen a couple of them. I don't know if they've limited the amounts of them.
Isn't it monopolized? Wasn't that the issue? That only certain food trucks were being allowed and other people were not giving the opportunity? I seem to remember that being the issue.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
again, don't know. But I know that I've seen some of them out there. Let's go down. I have
I,
gotten
I,
calls.
I went back to the block walking. I don't want to forget my Maggie. Instead of block walking for Beto, block walk for Erasmo. Because that's more effective than block walking for somebody who's running for governor. I was blocking for Abbott because my friend Diane wanted help, and so I said, "Yeah, I'll go block walk." But you're gonna get more out of block walking for Erasmo, getting more for block walking for Carlos Casco, so your local candidate, and you're ever gonna get from your stinking governor, whoever the governor is,
Okay.
whatever state you are, or
I'm
even
counting-
president or Congress.
So right now I'm counting with two block walkers with me. Roll
I
one.
Oh.
agree with you.
I
and
wasn't
block-
actually block walking. I was actually driving.
Okay,
So
you
if
can
somebody
drive.
wants to block walk and wants to get off the car and do it, I'll drive you in
Perfect.
your car.
Thank you.
But
You're
in
welcome.
in our car. And actually I agree with you in that.
Gas is expensive. Thank you, Biden.
Yeah, I know. Ever since I've started watching the show, I've started paying attention to how Erasmo, and it's true that we should focus more on local politics
Yeah.
than nationwide. But right now, Abbott and
I don't care. Block
Not
walk for Erasmo because I'm going to tell you flat out. You block walking for Beto helps Joey Lopez. It just does because the chances of that person going down the ballot and voting for Erasmo, or maybe I think you told me you like Carlos Cascos because you vote for both. The likelihood of that person going all the way down the ballot and voting Democrat and voting against Erasmo is higher because you're block walking for Beto or Robert Francis O'Rourke. Just
So then
block
you're
walk for Erasmo.
now
So
you're making me think that when I block walk, I should make sure and say vote for the individual, not for the party. Remember.
You can, but I always just say block walk for Erasmo. That's more helpful. Focus on one or two candidates. But why block walk for Robert Francis O'Rourke is going to have his own block walkers and his own people. You're helping more by helping out by block walking for Erasmo.
Okay.
Because quite frankly, that honestly, I'm not doing this just because
No.
I'm supportive of Governor Abbott. I'm telling
No.
you because I believe this.
Yeah, I when it comes to politics in general, I believe what you tell me, Roman.
Thank you.
Maybe I shouldn't tell you that, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Osmo, comment.
Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure I make that clear because
I have gotten calls from chess sponsors as to what to spend chess money on.
Mhm. Because you get money last minute and you have to spend it all.
Yeah, it's crazy. The waste in the program is terrible, and then they switch it at the last minute to each campus
Mhm.
using different.
Yeah.
So this moving from campus to campus because of enrollment will need retaining
Retraining, yes.
training. 100%. They spend money on useless chess computer programs.
Hmm.
It's crazy, guys. But you know that there is a lot of lobbyists out there going. on behest of the board members, to administration to sell all these wonky, stupid programs, that teachers get confused with. They got to change them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess. And
Mm-hmm.
again, and again, you don't go to the experts. You don't go consult with the individuals that are actually going to use the programs in order to see what programs are really going to work. And
Mm-hmm.
just because Eduphoria works for one school doesn't mean it's going to work for every school out there. I love the way you talk about, well, screw the guy and screw their attorneys to heck going where else.
How you doing, Jimmy? I've been worried about Jimmy getting arrested and having to deal with that.
I think he's going to be okay. One of these days we'll have him on the show. That'd be kind of cute
I don't. He was getting arrested for what?
for yelling at a school.
He was
Oh, that's right.
talking about
That's right. I forgot about that.
What,
Sorry.
what color ticket is the student?
the lowest color,
But they're
unfortunately.
a minor. They don't count, right?
Yeah,
Is that what you're gonna say?
light blue.
The light, yeah, the lowest totem pole color because
The,
it's
the lightest shade of blue.
and the budget goes above the student.
Yeah. When considering our raise, they should think about teachers placing their lives on the line for the students. Many examples in our country, teachers will give and have given their lives for students,
Mm-hmm.
100%, many times over. And even a lot of security guards that work at some of
Mm-hmm.
these campuses. I think Columbine, one of the security guards passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember. Or Sandy Hook, I can't remember. Clarification of job duties should be made visible to everyone. Can know what should be expected of each job role. Yeah. But then what happens is after you get hired, some time passes by and go like, guess what? You got some new job duties. Me too. I'm impressed that you get a phone call back too. Será
Mm.
Erasmo Castro. Calling Juana. I should have actually right now. Lindsay,
Erasmo, did Trey ever respond to you in that long post that you did on his comment?
of course not.
Well, I'm surprised because he usually does whenever you make a comment like that.
I think it's getting to the point where nobody's believing anything he says. We had a couple of people go on there. And I said like, that's just so hateful. Uh, can you?
Hateful.
Yeah, someone again, and I'm not upset with the guy because I understand that if you haven't followed the show, you don't see what's going on. As the you don't look at the page, you're not going to
Mm.
know what's going on. So I said, he goes, do you have any proof of all this? I goes like, oh yeah, I sure have got proof of Trey trying to take at least minimum $200,000 from BCIC. I have proof that the Limas voted on their own crap in order to get themselves money. I have proof that Trey Mendes went out there and said that your PUB was going to be substantially lower this coming month. Not true. We have proof that we haven't gotten the Tenasca audit.
Mm.
We haven't. And again, we've been yelling and screaming for some accountability in regards to Tenasca for years. And let me tell you, the number one rata in that whole Tenasca deal is Judge Eddie Trevino. Judge Eddie Trevino. Because all these Democrats here locally are all connected. They're all connected, guys. And I mean, and when you look at your PUB bill this month, think of Judge Eddie Trevino, who lined his damn pockets being the attorney for PUB during the Tenasca. He put all this together. This is the guy who wanted to bring the arena down here because you think it was going to benefit Brownsville or the county. It was going to benefit him because he's used to putting that damn money in his pocket. Think about those raises that they gave themselves. Joey Lopez, Sofia, Eddie Trevino, Ruiz. Think of the cash that they put in their pockets extra. While the blue ticket holders, the ones that work at the bridge, the ones that work at the county courthouse, they got no damn raise.
Or at least not a comparable raise.
That's why I lose my voice. Oh, Lindsey Graham said if Republicans take control, they will be coming for Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare. No, it's not true. Yes, I'm going to straight to school to save my own kids, especially if there's no plan. Screw,
See?
you better believe it. And let me tell you, and again, guys, when there was the threat of a shoot, and this is back when I was on the board, there was an active threat of a shooter going to Rivera. This is a threat. It was just a threat. I told them I am going to be at Rivera early in the morning to make sure that I am there present. And again, guys, any parent out there who hears of anyone out there, an active shooter anywhere, if they don't head off directly to the school, There's an issue, and I don't care. No one here in Brownsville better be stopping anyone that wants to get into school and save their kid. They need to use the "I love you guys" system for their school safety. It's one of the best in the country.
I need to look it up.
Me too. Safety committee BIZ in place to protect the corrupt sub and board members. The cheese,
Superintendent.
not mass shooters. Yeah. As a high school teacher, you have a good communication with the parents and phone numbers in the students' file needs to get updated. Numbers are from elementary school. Imagine us
Mhm.
trying to contact family if there is school shooting. It's crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
don't.
not still. Go ahead.
No, they don't update them in the beginning of the year.
Mm.
Like when you fill out the handbook and all that stuff. No.
A
Not
lot
all
of
the
it,
parents fill it out.
no, a
And
lot
they
of it's
switch
just
Sorry
passed
phones,
about
on.
that.
and they switch phones repeatedly.
Okay.
And
Right.
this is another thing that I keep forgetting to tell you also is that one of the things my principal keeps asking, well, not mine anymore, but go look up I Love You Guys program. One of the things my principal kept telling me to asking me to bring up on the Erasmo show is if there is on Facebook or anybody says anything about there's a lockdown at one of the schools, the parents all calling that schools for an office are not going to get an answer because everybody in the office is trying to make sure the kids are all safe, everything's locked down. So it doesn't help to call the school because one, it ties down the lines, and two, nobody's really going to answer your phone call. But go on. I know we're all still tempted to call the school and find out what's going on, but anyway, go.
Um, does Brownsville people know what's the evacuation? No, absolutely not. As the again, guys,
Yeah, I do. Some of
huh?
us do.
Do you know what the evacuation plan for the city of Brownsville is, Maggie?
Oh,
What?
route. No, it's the evacuation route.
Do you know what it is?
You either you go up and at Harlingen you turn towards McAllen and then you go up north towards San Antonio. It says there's an evacuation route. It tells you there's signs that
Yeah.
show you
Yeah. You don't take 77. Well, you take 77 up until Harlingen.
Which one is 77? The one that
Well,
goes to Harlingen?
83, 77. Us. The highway. The
Oh,
one
yeah.
that 83 goes, or well, it's 2 or whatever.
I think what Abraham is trying to
Which
say is that we need to make sure that
But yeah,
at the start of the season, which is June,
I'm
that-
sure people will know the evacuation route will be because they'll announce it on the news and
well,
stuff.
we need a lot more information. We need to be
I
prepared
agree.
beforehand. Instead of block walking for Governor Abbott, wouldn't it be better rolling down the street? That's why I use my scooter. Good morning, my dear friends. God bless you, David. Love you, Baba.
This is wrong.
I never had
You
a problem.
like you don't know what it's like to be. I mean, I might be able to make that kind of a joke. I'm not, but I'm because I was in a wheelchair when I was a teenager. But you're not in
no.
a.
He's talking. I took it right away. I said Osmo on his scooter down the street. I didn't take it.
No,
as
no,
a-
no. He literally. I think the little emoji he used was the
Oh, yeah.
wheelchair emoji. I mean, didn't he? I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
he did, but I didn't take it like that right
Mm,
away.
well.
Go ahead,
eh,
Erasmo. Sorry, Roman.
Yes. Chief has COVID.
Oh, thank you.
Mr.
Thanks for
Nobody
letting us
has. That is the cruelest, dumbest thing to say. You are a jerk.
That's
It is.
Richard.
You took it
Richard,
that way.
I like Richard. Yeah,
Oh,
I took it like Richard did.
go back to Joe. You didn't read Joe's.
Oh, I never had a problem taking my food truck to SPI or in Brownsville, as long as you comply with health and city requirements. No other restrictions. So not sure what that's about. Yeah, again, I've seen food trucks up there, and I didn't think it was an issue. I mean, I could see where they want to limit the number of food trucks, but then again, that's just a matter of permits and stuff. But I've seen the food trucks up in South Padre Island.
Yeah.
Statewide, candidates can afford to hire
Oh.
block walkers. Our locals need the volunteers, and it's more effective. I agree,
hmm
100%.
Like if Erasmo were to just get 50 of the people that watch this show live to go block walk for Erasmo, it'd be a lot effective, like very effective. If we were to give him, hey, we're gonna meet here. This is who you're gonna block walk. This is what you're gonna say, and go out there and block walk. To do that, that would really, really be a good thing
Yeah.
for Erasmo.
Thanks
And for
for
Carlos Simeon. And for Carlos Simeon.
thanks for
Worry.
worry. I'm okay. I didn't get banned from school, but I would still like to talk about it. I'm very respectful, and I carry myself with a good manners. Whenever you would like to have me on, I would love it. Yeah, let's do that, Papa. I'll send you a message. That'd be interesting. I'm sorry, but there's no way Trevino earned over $1.2 million from legal services in a year.
Wait, you 1.2 million. So it's not like a flat rated PUB. That's crazy. Why is a lawyer making that amount of money for a public utility company that's owned by the ratepayers?
Because he's a damn rata.
That is a lot of money that needs to come out.
He's a damn rata, and that's the part of the problem. And again, folks, it is in our power to affect some change. And for someone that pocketed $1.2 million in legal services from PUB to NASCA, let me tell you guys, do you think that these guys are not going to be dipping hard into
Mhm.
arena money and all this other stuff? Come on, man. Perro que come huevos, ni quemándole el hocico. Have you heard that one,
Yesterday,
Maggie?
no,
I've
yesterday,
never heard of that either. But
yesterday we were
wow.
driving home and there were two guys dressed in Jesus Christ robes. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that, right? Have you seen them? They're here downtown talking to like.
Yeah. But
So then,
you know
but
what
let me,
really
let me tell you. So we're driving, and Angelica's in the car with me, and I pointed. I said, "Look, it's Jesus Christ." And she thought I was pointing to an Eddie Trevino, but my sister in the front, and she said, "Eddie Trevino," and I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "You think Eddie Trevino is Jesus Christ?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "That's the bumper sticker." I'm like, "No, those guys over there in the robe." And for a minute,
Okay.
I was like, "Where?
no,
What?"
but
No.
let me say one of the things that, and again,
He doesn't even have enough hair to be Jesus
let me
Christ.
say I like I did someone posted
And
the
I can see
video.
that because my hair is thinning out. So
Someone posted a video on the Brownsville online, some page, and I like the guys, and they're doing a great job, and I appreciate them. When they put up the video, and it was trying to like, oh, what are these guys? Who are these guys? Because they thought it was kind of strange. And this is one of the things that I'm hoping that could start to change here in the city of Brownsville, guys. Just because people dress differently doesn't make them weird. Doesn't make them out of place.
No,
As
I agree. But I just the if when I said a Jesus Christ robe, you knew what I was talking
I
about.
no. But yeah, I understand. I mean, people say Erasmo is out there wearing his sacerdote thing, and it's a Middle Eastern dress, and that's and then I went to the mall, and then someone said,
you're
"Ah, look, he's."
appropriating the Middle Eastern
They go
culture.
out there like, "Oh, Erasmo's in his Chinese dress," and I'm like, "It's Middle Eastern." But again, one of the things that I hope, and that's one of the reasons why I do it. Besides, I like being different. I like wearing clothes from all over the world because I'm hoping, guys, that in time, individuals here in the city of Brownsville could stop being so close, so rancho
Mhm.
mentality, guys. Just because you see someone wearing a monk outfit out there doesn't make them weird, strange, or unapproachable. It's just they feel the desire to wear something that's different.
Well, now I
That's the
feel bad.
no, and I mean, you could. I don't care when individuals go out there and say like, that's more in his sacerdote clothes. I don't mind it. I laugh with it, go like, let me educate you. I take it as an opportunity, as to say, well, it's not that way. But again, I can take it, and I don't think it's demeaning anyone, out there. It's just I hate that a lot of people think that it's strange and different. It's just not seen here. It's not
Hmm.
strange and different. And if you go to Austin, Texas, you're going to see these people
Oh, yes,
walking
I
all over
agree.
the place. You're going to see
Well,
individuals
now I
with
take it back, Erasmo. I'm sorry I said that.
good. I'm glad. And tell Christina, Patricia Alejandro, that you made a mistake.
Yeah, I will.
From the same client, PUB, 100%.
And
Richard
actually,
Steen.
he looked more like which is San Martin de Porras. But anyway,
I saw that. And let me tell you, some of the comments were funny, guys. I mean, kind of still like a little bit on the rancho mentality, but I'm okay with that.
which comments?
Some of the comments that they were saying like, it's San Jesus y San Martín de Porras or something. A lot of the comments in that video, I thought,
Oh, what? I don't know what video you're talking about.
there's a video of those two guys walking around.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I mean, you saw it personally. You don't have to go see a video. But what I'm trying to say is, some of the comments and some of the comments on my page are hilarious, guys. I love them, and you chuckle, you laugh. It doesn't mean that you're laughing at the individuals, you're just laughing at the creativity of a lot of the folk down here. It's a joke. Why don't you go write a song about
I do like what Richard Steamboat said on that comment. I looked up the question that you asked about BISD, and Richard Steamboat said Brownsville Independent on nepotism school district.
Awesome. Morning, gang. He man, Chechinger. He looks so cute. Oh, should nobody? He's a real nobody taking fun of her.
I totally did not see it that way, but go on.
I love you
What?
guys. Love you. What's your thoughts on legalizing marijuana in the state of Texas? Yes, 100%. Not a doubt.
Roman? Oh, okay. Now we know how you feel. You're on mute.
No, he's not. He's just being an ass.
No, no. I am was on mute. I muted myself. I apologize. Yeah, I'm cool. That's cool.
No,
Legalize
it's
it.
so good because you're like,
That's it.
Legalize the crap out of it.
No, I'm serious. I was.
Legalize the crap out of it, especially right now. Legalize it. Tax it. Do whatever the hell you want to do it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying when I was on mute.
Legalize it. Tax it. Bring it.
Yeah.
You know, let me say, I when I ran for mayor, again, when I ran for mayor, and this was like 8 years ago, guys, 7, 8 years ago, when I ran for 7 years ago, when I ran for mayor, I ran on a decriminalize marijuana use here locally. Decriminalize marijuana use here in the city of Brownsville. It could have been done so that when you find a kid smoking a joint out there, you're not going to destroy their life. When you find a kid out there vaping with THC oil now, uh, BISD
Police.
police department, you don't want to charge him with a damn felony. Don't charge him at all. Find some other way of restitution, but don't file charges against them. But I've been talking about this for years, George. Decriminalize it here locally. But if you want my opinion in regards to the state of Texas, go green, baby. Go
I was
green.
vote green. Yeah. I was driving down the expressway with Angelica yesterday and we saw a CBD sign. I'm like, CBD, I'm retired. I can do gummies now. She's like, couldn't you already? Like, wasn't it already okay for you to do it? I'm like, yes, but I was always afraid I'd get busted. And I want to be able to sleep through the night and not
Have
get
you tried it already? Touch it with it?
Huh?
Have you tried it already?
No, I'm gonna now.
Okay.
I don't know why I was afraid of doing it because
I'll tell you
everybody
what.
tells me they use the CBD. They
I'll-
use the CBD lotion. I was afraid.
I don't think he understands.
I have some CBD gummies that I'm not using anymore. You could have them.
Yeah, I'll take them to. I want to give it a try because I cannot sleep through the night. I wake up 5 to 7 times at night, and
Look at Erasmo, the drug dealer already. Just kidding.
no,
You don't
it's
drink,
harder.
right? You
I
don't
know.
drink, right?
Huh?
You don't drink, right?
No.
You should try the pasitas, just like a little at night.
Mm.
I actually let me tell you, I was actually
Let me respond to the copycats person. I don't think they understand the definition of the word ironic, but okay. I mean, like ironic, like
I was actually doing like 3 shots, but what I neglected and I hadn't realized it, I was using one of these Starbucks little coffee cups, the small ones, instead of the actual shot glass. So I was probably doing like 6 shots. And let me tell you, it's the
not good.
good stuff. But so now I've cut down to one little Starbucks cup, so that's probably like 2 shots. So that's not bad. But yeah, next I'm going to order some this week. Maggie, you might want to try. Yeah.
I think no. Honestly, I think I could be a alcoholic if I started drinking. I'm not.
No,
Yeah, like
nah,
yeah.
you're fine.
I kind
I
of
don't drink either,
I
but
kind of have an addictive personality, and I'm not like once I start drinking, I want to hardcore keep drinking that night, and
Really?
I don't know when to stop, huh?
like
Oh,
so you do. That's why you don't drink, or you used to
That's
drink.
why I
You're
don't
gonna-
drink.
oh,
Ask anybody who partied with me when we were in our 20s.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was a heavy.
Well, that was when you were younger, though. Different idea, different age, and
I
everything.
know, but still. So it's just, and then I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm a pain in the ass drunk. I'm funny.
Or not,
Funny,
not just
I'm
drunk.
funny.
Not just
Just drunk. See that picked a bit. I was when you look. Oh, I got a comment there. I'm looking down at my phone.
Well, y'all think I'm not paying attention? I am.
Yeah, we think you're not.
Oh, because you're a man like me, and we don't multitask very
No,
well.
because going back to
That
my
Y chromosome.
priestly title, en todo está menos en misa.
Yeah, yes.
Back in the day, but you never heard that expression, perro que come huevos ni quemándole el hocico?
No.
It's a good one. Back in the day-
Yeah, very descriptive.
Back in the day, late 70s, I knew a few cops who smoked dope. Well, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And let me tell you guys, this is what was so funny because we knew this was happening. And as I was a kid back then, I never I didn't. I smoked pot. I never liked it, so it wasn't like a recurring thing with me. But toda la raza. I mean, I grew up on Polk Street, on acá en la Vía Verde. I mean, of course, you're going to be around pot. I've tried it a couple of times, several times. I actually shared one of my crazy, very high stories when I was working at Lincoln Park School. Este,
Mm.
but and it was a disaster. It was a horrible thing. But let me say, but back in the 80s, 80s, guys, 80s, not 70s for me. Back in the 80s, I mean, a lot of la raza, my raza would get busted with the little baggies, and the officers wouldn't charge them anything. They just took them, and we knew that the guys, officers were smoking
Mm.
in their hopes, which is, okay. I would rather that my friends gotten, their weed taken away, lose 10, $20 than, get a big old ticket and lose a lot more. So, hey, it's a win-win for everybody back then.
Mm.
Now Roman is going to start talking about no, Mr. Nobody needs a doobie. Right about now, I think all three of us need one too. Guys, is there anyone
Is that it?
is everyone in the we have smoked a joint at the same time? There would be peace on this earth for the first time. It's true. Guys, have a great day. We're an hour and 15 minutes, Maggie.
At 9 o'clock in the morning. Wow.
Crazy. Guys, have a great day.
Go vote.
Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, still be on Instagram. Yeah, guys, please get out there and go vote. Today's the last day. It is election day. Just go vote. Just go
There's
vote.
not a lot of people in the
No,
polling places.
not even close. Go vote and become a part of the. As to become a part of the solution, don't be part of the problem, guys. See you tonight at 9 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. for the election results. A quick little show, and we'll see about 9 a.m. 9 p.m. I might be doing 9 p.m. from my house, so won't have all this beauty out here. Because
I won't. I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be on the 7 p.m. because I'll be at the school board meeting.
At 9 p.m.
Oh.
Well, you could give us an update on the school board meeting at 9 p.m.
Mm.
Guys, have a great eat. Hey, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.